All right, jumping in, recording a little bit of audio. So, Stephen Hornbeak, it is Monday, August 4th, 2014. Just kind of re recording some stuff that I recorded in Audacity, and um, it was basically an idea I had, and what I wanted to do is talk about what I want to do with that idea to make it real. And we'll see. I'm about to send it to this guy. We'll see how he takes it and what he has to say. Just a fresh cut, the one that you're hearing right here, right now. And just kind of construct a concept that I've been thinking about, because I was thinking, like, how do you best, one, help document and build some of the stuff I'm trying to build, which is just talking into a microphone, and using that, and then two, taking some of these ideas that have been constructed over time that I've been sitting on a pen and paper and figure out the best way to get them in front of somebody. So it's been a minute. It's a pretty long setup, but I'll just jump right into the idea, because if this dude's still listening, he probably wants to get to the punchline. But the talk that I said before, which I'm re-recording, is basically it talks about keywords. So the whole site's about keywords, and it's about niche markets, and there's a lot of sites out there that do that type of stuff, and they all offer a general overview of a market, and they break it down as detailed as possible to create the best product for somebody looking to understand that market or that platform or that group. So I was talking about sewing machines. I was talking about there's like equestrians, I think, was one that I saw that was constructed or written about, and so it's great to know all that information. But at the end of the day, that information just needs to be used in order to listen to a search engine or a Google or something like that. So the thing is this beautiful package and setup is constructed that builds the premise of an industry. But the tricky thing is then you have to take certain subsets of that category and that industry and research it in keyword tools, and to try to find what's the best specific keyword that would list in the search engines. And so I just thought that information is the most valuable information out of the whole report, out of the whole hack, out of the whole breakdown of the category. And people willing to read that much into the category, and even big industries that are excited about that category and want to know how to gain further traction. I mean, that's big or small business. That specific keyword is the most valuable piece of information, and that's what everyone searches for, because you have to actually go out and break down and hunt and try to construct like the best lowest searched keyword with the highest opportunity to get listed on the first page of a search engine. And to find any sort of penetration in any market is really difficult. And so I thought to have that research already done and to construct a final keyword that could then be sold to the consumer that's interested in the niche report, and offer them an opportunity to purchase something that's been protected and guarded. So it's flipping a business model around of kind of hoarding these keywords and turning it into something that a select amount of people can enjoy. So the other big part of the idea is that the keyword, if you sold it to everybody, it wouldn't be a special keyword anymore. It'd be oversaturated, and it'd be just as hard to compete for as something that's a very commonly searched phrase. So the information in that research that you would pull together would then be licensed as an overall price for that keyword. So if you look at sewing machine string, and that's the keyword that to penetrate into the market for sewing machines, you would then take sewing machine string, and you would determine the value of that. So how much you think somebody would pay for that, based on, that you could divide that by the amount of people that are, or kind of equate that to the amount of people that are coming to the website, so the traffic, and then just really test the waters and see how much you can really inflate that information. Because I guess I never got to the point, but what I was getting at is sewing string or whatever would be broken down and from that initial value, and you could purchase that full license. So say sewing string is valued at $1,000, just an arbitrary number. Then a person could purchase all of that information. So $1,000, we would just sell that one person, the consumer, that word, and he could have it and own it, and he paid a premium to do that. after they're already excited, after they've read this giant report and they're into the space, or maybe they're already heavily invested in that space and they're looking for further growth. But or if multiple customers want to come, and they only want to, you could break it up into lots of say like 200, and so now you're getting a little bit less for it, but the word's overly saturated, so it's giving 5 people the opportunity at $1,000 value for that sewing string word, to then compete it out to then create the best product within that space. But that's because the consumers didn't pay for the full license. Now there's a whole bunch of different ways I think you could package up the cost or the ways to build the business model around that initial thought. But the overall thing is, I think there's a lot of value in the keywords, and it's proven because when you listen to people talk about it, they never say what the keywords are. They build the. I think I started this email to this person approaching him saying, like, you built the punchline, or you built the setup, but you need the punchline. And I think everyone looking to sell things has that punchline, but I don't know how many people are flipping the business model around or have the opportunity to flip a business model around to where they're owning information that then could be sold back at a really an unknown premium, because you're only looking for one buyer. You're not looking to market to 100 people to buy. You want one person to invest big. And I think you can build an audience by or just a whole different business model, and I think that the sky's the limit on the targeting that audience. But the reason I'm putting it together in this type of package is I want to send it over. I think it's called Niche Hack Reports. Maybe I can do a quick little video of it or something. But yeah, I think I'm just going to save out this WAV file and send it over and see what this dude thinks. And I have a video now to explain the idea, which is really cool, because I really think an idea is only as valuable as the person that's able to execute it. And the reason I think I'm reaching out to you, dude, Stuart, I think that's his name, it's so funny, is that you have the audience, your traffic seems to be really high and steadily growing, and the reports are solid, like, informational package. And I think finding that one potentially, like 1 to 5 users that would just pay a super premium for the found, kind of the gold at the end of the rainbow, I think it'd be worth experimenting with. So I hope maybe we could throw something together where we can, I just use Longtail Pro. It's a keyword research tool that I just found some information on, and I just found some generally weak categories that I consider to be niche markets. So, there's basically a couple ways to construct it. The keywords come after the reports, or the reports come before the keywords, or whatever it is. Or, there's time and effort that it takes to construct that type of thing on my side. So I wanted to jump the gun and not try to build a full description on a niche, but partner my core concept of finding a specific targeted sales audience within that already well-constructed report, it'd be worth experimenting with. So I hope he finds, this to be interesting, and we'll see what comes of it. But if not, I got a good little recording. So it's been about 10 minutes. That's usually how long I like to take them. We'll see where it goes. All right, signing off. Again, it is Monday, August 4th. Stephen Hornbeek. All right, signing out.